The left is celebrating today what CNN describes as boundary-breaking Muslim supermodel Halima Aden, who has made history once again, they say, by becoming the first model to wear a hijab and burkini in the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit issue. Now, here's a picture of her. Well, there it is. And that's a so-called burkini, which is a combination of a burqa and a bikini. Really, it's just a wetsuit. It's like something that somebody would wear, scuba diving or something. But this is supposed to be some kind of great moment of cultural diversity. And as I said, the left and feminists are very excited about it. So I have a few things to say here. First of all, combining a burqa and a bikini makes about as much sense as putting an iced coffee in the microwave. These are opposites. They are doing two opposite things. You can't really combine them. The whole point of a burqa is extreme sexual modesty. That's the entire point of it. And the point of a bikini is sort of the opposite of that. So to wear a garment that is meant for sexual modesty while striking a pose and rolling around in the sand so that your picture can be taken and put in a magazine alongside a bunch of barely clothed supermodels, well, that really makes no sense at all. More to the point, though, I certainly believe that Muslim women should be allowed to wear what they want. I'm a diehard supporter of religious liberty for all people. But it requires an extraordinary amount of cognitive dissonance for feminists in America to celebrate burqas and hijabs. I know I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Hijabs? Is that the one? Yeah, anyway. It's one thing to say, yes, women have the right to wear those things. Well, of course they do. And nobody disputes that. At least nobody in America disputes that. But to celebrate it, as feminists tend to do in America, is absurd. Women in Muslim countries are required to wear these things according to societal standards of extreme sexual modesties. In some countries, they can be imprisoned or killed for not wearing them. The idea behind it is that only a woman's husband is allowed to see her entire head, basically. So this is about enforced modesty, and it's about the authority that a husband has over his wife, and that, more generally speaking, that men have over women. There's a reason why women are supposed to wear the burqas and stuff, not men. Because men can show their hair, and they can have their whole heads visible, but women can't. Because the woman is the property of the man. Just to put this in a context, the website Islam Question and Answer, so a website you can go check out, which provides answers about Islam. And this website provides proudly some quotations from the Hadith and the Quran about the hijab and about why women are supposed to wear it. So here's one quotation that's provided. It says, "And tell the believing women to lower their gaze and protect their private parts, and not to show off their adornment, except only that which is apparent, like both eyes for necessity to see the way, or outer palms of hands, or one eye, or dress like veil, gloves, head cover, apron, and to draw their veils all over their bodies, and not to reveal their adornment except to their husbands, or their fathers, or their husbands' fathers, or their sons, or their husbands' sons, or their brothers, or their brothers' sons, or their sisters' sons, or their Muslim women, or the female slaves whom their right hands possess, or old male servants who lack vigor, or small children who have no sense of feminine sex. And let them not stamp their feet so as to reveal what they hide of their adornment. And all of you beg Allah to forgive you all, O believers, that you may be successful." Okay. So this is the Handmaid's Tale, but in real life. This is they can show it to the men in their life. They can show their hair and their full head at the very least, but not beyond that. So that it is not tempting to men out in public. Feminists are running around claiming that The Handmaid's Tale is about to be a reality in America because Mike Pence is vice president. Meanwhile, The Handmaid's Tale actually is a reality in places like Saudi Arabia and Pakistan, and they say nothing about it. In fact, let me show you this. Look at this graphic here. People were polled by Pew Research. People were polled by Pew, say that 5 times fast, in a variety of Muslim countries. As you see, there is Tunisia, Egypt, Turkey, Iraq, Lebanon, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia. And they were asked how a woman should dress. And as you can see from the responses, sizable majorities in these countries thought that at most a woman should show her nose, eyes, and mouth. That's the most she should be able to show. Nothing else. No hair even. Not even like the chin. And in places like Saudi Arabia, most thought that women shouldn't show anything but their eyes. These respondents were also asked if women should be allowed to wear something else if they want. Like, should they be allowed to choose, or should they be forced to wear these things? And 40 to 50% in these countries said no, they should not be allowed to choose. They should not be allowed to choose their own outfits. They should be forced legally to wear the hijab or the burqa. And feminists say nothing about this. Worse than nothing, they celebrate this clothing item, which is a symbol of exactly the sort of oppression and suppression and persecution that they pretend to be fighting against in this country.